Great things are happening on Great Guana Key. I'm Clint Watson. The Bakers Bay development taking off. We'll tell you all about it coming up in the Bahamas Tonight.
It's a smoky situation as a court shuts down. Coming up, find out why.
A rain. Find out why he's headed to court. The Bahamas Tonight, the national report starts now.
Now in HD. ZNS Network presents The Bahamas Tonight. This portion of the news brought to you by BTC Every Day.
More jobs on the horizon for Abaco's economy thanks to the Bakers Bay Golf and Ocean Club expansion. Great Guana Key is experiencing a major economic surge, and it's all due to the massive development of the residential home-style resort. Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Altaviz Munnings.
And I'm Chris Saunders. Thank you so much for joining us. Tonight, though, Clint Watson tells us about the rapid expansion of the property and its significant contribution to the local economy.
The Bakers Bay Golf and Ocean Club on Great Guana Key, Abaco, has proven one main thing, its ability to be recession-proof since it began a decade ago. Under the first Christie administration, the mega resort has proven its resilience until now. Now having already pumped nearly $1 billion into the economy and provide close to 800 construction and operational jobs, Bakers Bay is ready to grow again.
They will employ over 250 additional Bahamians in construction jobs. They will mount jobs fairs to attract Bahamian employees from throughout the country. Secondly, they will be permitted a limited number of essential specialized work permit holders who will also be able to sustain multidisciplinary on-the-job technical skills training and apprenticeship programs designed to equip Bahamian employees and subcontractors with high levels of proficiency. And just let me say this. We sat and we agreed that we would, to a limited extent, liberalize the work permit regime on the specific condition that a large number of Bahamians will be employed in addition to those who are here now, but with specific emphasis on a training program.
Prime Minister the Right Honorable Perry Christie and members of his cabinet toured the facility. Major developments are unfolding, including a new Atlantic Club restaurant taking on another 30 jobs, employee housing, and a BEC power station, all a part of the development.
The substation is being constructed at the cost to the developers and will serve the needs of the development as well as the power supply needs for Great Guana Key. Importantly, this 34.5 kilowatt substation will augment the power supply to at least 2 other keys in the Abacos.
The resort also boasts of its own farm that's providing salad and herb products for its restaurants using hydroponics. Also, president of the resort and chairman of Discovery Land Company, Mike Meldman, says the demand continues for expansion to the already 40 homes, with another 40 more coming on stream.
As you can see by the construction, we literally are growing faster than we can. We feel we could actually go from 800 to almost 1,200 to 1,500 employees. And the amount of money that means to the local economy is staggering. To date, we've probably invested between ourselves, infrastructure, home construction, close to $700 million. And we have another couple $100 million in the queue that we're waiting to start. So, in the next 12 months, the Bakers Bay is going to be a multi-billion-dollar development.
Significant progress already achieved. Prime Minister Christie says he expects great things to come from Bakers Bay. In Great Guana Key, Abaco, Clint Watson, ZNS Network News.
Court personnel and jurors had a scare today as firefighters were called to the main Supreme Court building in Bank Lane to investigate reports of smoke in one of the courtrooms. Fern Carey tells us more.
Smoke emanating from an air-conditioned unit in court number 2 and the smell of something burning prompted judges, attorneys, jurors, and court staff to evacuate the main Supreme Court building in Bank Lane Thursday. The building was then shut down and court staff allowed to go home as firefighters arrived on the scene to investigate. Ministry of Works representatives and court officials were also there as police firefighters tried to determine what caused the smoke to start in court number 2. After firefighters wrapped up their investigations, air conditioning expert Tracy Taylor of Cool Temp Air Conditioning made the final assessment. He declined an interview with us. However, he determined that the fan motor in the fan coil unit burnt, causing it to emit smoke, resulting in the burning smell throughout the building. And while Taylor stressed that it was an isolated incident, he recommended that the 25-year-old air conditioning system in the Supreme Court building be replaced. Court officials also indicated that staff will return to work Friday, while jurors in court number 2 will be relocated to another court temporarily.
This court, which is court number 2, will remain closed tomorrow. However, Justice Childs has indicated that she will relocate jurors to another court to hear the murder trial. Meantime, this Supreme Court building is expected to open tomorrow and cases will resume as normal. Frank Carey, ZNS Network News.
In other news from the courts, 46-year-old William Strawn was formally charged before Magistrate Andrew Forbes today with the murder of his girlfriend, Doretta Roll, on Friday past. The incident occurred in Nassau Village. Roll was found in an apartment on Taylor Street. Now, bail was denied and Strawn was remanded. He was not represented by an attorney, and the case has been adjourned to June 19th. In other news from the courts this Thursday, Attorney General Senator the Honorable Allison Maynard Gibson shared statistics on convictions in the Senate today as she introduced the Jury's Amendment and Parliamentary Amendment Acts. Those, along with the increased rate in which cases are being heard, are indicators of the success of swift justice. An opposition senator, however, urged the Attorney General to proceed with caution. Cleopatra Murphy has more.
Confidence in the justice system and reduction in crime are maximized when people see it is working, Attorney General and Senator the Honorable Allison Maynard Gibson says. Speaking in the Senate Thursday morning, she noted that with the addition of 10 new courts, the swift justice system has been working and cases are proceeding much faster.
This slide shows that the days to present voluntary bills of indictment, or VBIs, have decreased from 344 days in 2012 down to 50 days as of the 31st of March 2015.
The success to date is because of the hard work of stakeholders including police, the prison, the Attorney General's office, the Department of Social Services, and the Public Hospitals Authority. Maynard Gibson says a new target of 348 cases has been set for 2015.
Our data shows that in March 2015, last month, no trial days were lost because of the inability to impanel a jury.
Maynard Gibson says the Office of the Attorney General is continuing to maintain an outcome of more guilty verdicts than not guilty verdicts. There were 53% guilty verdicts compared to 47% not guilty from March 2014 to March 31st. Leader of opposition business in the Senate, the Honorable Carl Bethel, however, warned Maynard Gibson of praising the initiative's success too soon.
When the executive starts to track convictions and touts them as indicia of success of a policy initiative, this is a point of order. That verges to the extent, in my humble view and that of a former Chief Justice, to the executive tampering with or seeking to intimidate the judiciary.
Bethel called the actions improper, stating that what is important is that trials are held and that they are completed with a conviction or an acquittal. Maynard Gibson says, however, the public is entitled to the information. Cleopatra Murphy, ZNS Network News.
The national flag carrier could be getting an upgrade soon. This as government is working to find funding to take the airline to the next level. It's a move that Minister responsible, the Deputy Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip Davis, hopes will make Bahamas Air more competitive.
A decision has been made by the government to replace the Dash 8 fleet. the Bahamas here is now in extensive negotiations along with the Ministry of Finance to identify the funding for the new fleet, and that is progressing well, and I'm pleased with the progress there.
Mr. Davis also addressed whether or not the move to privatize Bahamas Air is still on the table.
Interest, there are no number of persons knocking at the door, but you have to be able to separate interest from just people wanting to promote an interest. And so that has been some of the challenge. That's why we are not going to just sit by and wait for that interest to be realized. We're going to do what we have to do to put Bahamas Air itself in a position to meet its mandate in ensuring that the Bahamian people could travel and move between the islands and elsewhere around the world.
The Road Traffic Department embarking on an historical transition. Find out more straight ahead.
The circus and the clowns are coming, and no, it's not me and Charles Fisher. Find out where all the excitement is moving to. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight.
This portion of the news is brought to you by the new Shell & Letty, designed for extra miles.